diagram, not your network diagram of like project management or an accounting network diagram. This is a network diagram which is like a schema, I guess you'd say, of a computer network, that somebody's designing a computer network. And so how would we go about and do that? And so we have some special tools in Visio that allow us to do that. And so I got Visio going here, haven't I? Yes. So yeah, I got a couple of these solutions to this question here. So I'll just open this and you can see, I hope. So this is one solution. Can I click and drag? Yeah, I can. So this is one solution that I've done with that. All right. So how this is actually solution to the problem that you have now. And so how would we do this? So we've got all of these tools that we sort of what would you call them? Little symbols that we're using to make this diagram. And I think this would do it okay. So we got a cloud symbol, we've got a building symbol. We've got, this is just a wall, so we call that a firewall. Now, all of these symbols can be managed the same way you do any other. So if you look at this wall, you'll see that that's been compressed, right? It's been compressed so that it is skinny. I mean, it started out kind of looking like this, and we compressed it down to be something like that. Got some other symbols here. Now, these are logical symbols of a, I was just saying that the diagram could, a network diagram could be one of two types. It could be a logical network diagram that this is. So these are logical symbols for different things. Well, those are not. Or it could be a physical network diagram. In fact, this one seems to be a combination of two. So all we need to do that is if you go to your more shapes, you can see many different sort of options. And I suppose you could even search for them. Okay, I don't know where my network is, so I'm just going to search for it. Search for the diagrams, network diagrams, and hopefully it'll come up with our network diagram tools. Yeah, there they are. So when I search on network, I can see these are kind of very physical, but then we've got detailed network diagrams, so you can go through just by doing a search like that, you can get these things. Now, notice some of these I've used. I used that building one. I used the cloud one. What else have we got in there? Now, these are our these symbols here. These are what you call sort of logical ones. There's some of those I've used. Now, when you get into a little bit more networking, you'll know the meaning of these. So if you are a computer network designer, we don't actually even have to put a name on this. You could put a little a text box there and just say, okay, well, this is my router. So I just grab the text box from there. You could say that, but if you were a networking person, you'd know this is a router because that's the symbol for a router, and you would know that this is a switch. So, but you could label it if you wanted. Now, some other symbols, like this symbol here, represents a communications link. And the reason why it's shown as a link like that is to convey the fact that we're not concerned with the details of that link. And this link may cover a few miles, it may cover hundreds of miles, but it's just a link between us and the service provider. And it's not our concern. Now, that's not our concern because it's probably managed by a third-party vendor. So this would be, for example, Arito's network, and then maybe something even outside of Qatar. But that represents a network. It's showing that there is a connection there, but it's one that we're not concerned with. All this other stuff on the other side of this firewall, we are concerned with. So we've got some firewalls. Now this means here that the fact that we've got a building there. So I got my text is activated, so I could just say that this is the head office or something like that. And the cloud that represents the internet. Now I put a capital on the word internet because there's the internet with a capital. That's the thing that we're all used to. But you can also have internet with a little I, and that would just mean any connection of multiple networks that are connected together. So that's all that is. You need to sort of put all those things together. You move them around. Look, I should not do that. Get a pointer tool, sorry. You can move these things around to where you want them to be and sort of make them exactly how you want them. You do have connector tools. The connector tools are important because that's how you're going to draw these arrows between things. And with the connector tools, you can format them. All right. And so, yeah, you can see your line. You've got your colors, your dashes, you've got arrows. You can make the arrows two-way or one-way. All of these things are able to be found in the menus that are above you. The other thing that's sort of important here, I suppose, is that we've got a room which we've set apart from the other room, and we sort of put a wall in it. And so you can see that we put a wall in it. And we've added a color to it. So for that, I actually had to go outside of the network tools and sort of find a it's not even a network tool. It would be like a building tool or something like that, or a building. Yeah. And so in buildings, you can find walls and things like that. There's so many different shapes in Visio. So we've got buildings like that, but okay, we got spaces, walls, and doors. Look at that, walls and doors, spaces. So if we go and look at the walls, doors, and spaces, I didn't actually hit the right thing there, did I? You've got actions or something, some weird thing. No, here it is, walls, doors, and spaces. Then I can make walls and rooms. Look, I got a room, an L room. This is a room. So I had picked up this and put it around there. So I'd use that room icon, and that's how we got that separated as another room. So there's many, many, many different tools that you could use. I'm not going to go and draw all that out, but I'll ask you to sort of go ahead and do that yourselves. So that's kind of it. That's what is expected of you today. I'm just going to stop there. Hope that